It's time for the new Demon Slayer only units challenge, guys. Let's get it started. This has been highly requested, so let's jump right in. Big shout to my boy Cool Dude. And don't forget to subscribe and let me know if you guys have any good ideas for a Demon Slayer code unit. And don't forget to use star code BLAM. Let's get it. Also, they need to fix Nezuko's motto because it's getting, I think she's been like this for quite a while now. And I don't think she looks like that in the anime. And also, before you comment, guys, we couldn't bring every single Demon Slayer unit, but I think we have the best combo right here. Also, please don't hate on me, guys. We did have to make an executive decision, and we ended up deciding to bring our girl Idol instead of the Hashira of Money Speedwagon. So we now have the Hashira of Dance. The reason being is buff means so much more than the extra money we would have got from Speedwagon. All right, just because of how Astd has their upgrades. So if you're wondering why we don't have Speedwagon, that's why, because you can't really go wrong with this OP buff. Well, let's go. All right, let's start off with a unit that not a lot of people know about in the game. We have Flower Trainer. She is actually, I think she might have been the first poison unit in the game. Poison is one of the worst status effects, though. Look at that. It hits once every 3 seconds, which is just freaking horrendous. With only 7 ticks, like, it literally is probably the worst in the game. But the one nice thing about her, guys, is she only costs $400 to place. So that's actually not bad. But then for some reason, her first upgrade costs 4.5k. So, like, I don't know what the disconnect there was. And trust me, there ain't no way this upgrade is worth that much. Like, she definitely needs, like, a cost readjustment because she costs way too much. But the problem is, guys, a lot of the other units we have, like Nezuko, for example, and this guy has a bleed unit attached. So we didn't want to bring, like, duplicate bleed units like Rengoku. I mean, for burn and, like, the demons for bleed. So that's why we're rocking with this current loadout. It's a little bit complicated, but I'll explain a little bit more as we go along. All right, but first up, let's not die. Let's get Mitsuri in the back because clearly our girl is not pulling through. Yikes, guys. All right, let's get a couple upgrades here. All right, all that really did, though, for us was give her range, and that is not good. What she needs is she needs some actual damage. And honestly, her attack effects are kind of mid, too. I'm not going to lie. Like, take a look at those. Like, they're not bad, but they're definitely on the mid side of life. Like, we'll take a look at it at a normal speed. Like, it's not bad. It's just not great, so... And she's still not AoE, guys. All right, Flower Shot. She finally becomes AoE at a cost of 40k, which is not worth it at all. Not at all. So let's get a couple more upgrades. And now she's doing 311k for 39.7k sell price. So more like 80k cost, which isn't horrendous. She used to be meta back in the day for raids, but I think even since then, they readjusted her stats. So I wouldn't say she's horrendous, like too bad, but like... She definitely was our best option for the other Demon Slayer units, though. But I would definitely say, like, she's definitely not a meta unit. I don't even think she's in, like, the top, like, 100 DPS units. All right, let's focus on maxing out our money unit. Because we're going to need all the money we can get. Because we decided to not use Speedwagon. So it's definitely going to be a little bit of a yikes here. But I think we should be fine. All right, so we definitely need some more, like, just... Okay, we just need some more units to thin the crowd. I think Mitsuri... Getting another Mitsuri down will handle that. But meanwhile, I think it's time for us to place down this guy right here. This guy is actually pretty OP. I ain't gonna lie. Unfortunately, he starts off doing exactly 0. Like, I don't understand. Like, his placement literally does no damage and has no SPA. It's so weird. But once you click this, he spawns into 2 separate units. You combine AoE and that's actually not that bad of a stats for $1,000. And stun too, we'll take that. All right, let's max this guy out. Now he's doing 100k with stun. And this guy's gonna spawn in some more dudes. Alrighty. Bang, Grief Demon. And I think you'll spawn in some more guys as well. Upper Fusion. All right, there we go. And of course, we got this guy here. Now, this Joy Demon is so nice. He hits air units and it's slow, which is very good. And it says AoE first. So I don't entirely know what his AoE is like, but it's some sort of AoE. And of course, guys, when you upgrade him, his damage gets pretty dang high. And that's without the buff. With max buff, you're looking at 1.4 million damage. And considering how cheap it is to max, like, that's not that bad at all. But we have to max everybody out, and then we can go upper fusion. All right, there we go. Now, when you upper fusion, I think he actually gets weaker. He loses his slow ability. And look, even if you have cutscenes off, that cutscene will still play. Yeah, so he loses his ability, and he actually has less damage right now. Wow, he's a lot less damage. Literally, that made him so weak. That is ridiculous. All right, but then we can spawn in a bunch of dragons for so cheap. Like, and then even spawn in infinite karma. Yeah, you don't even have to upgrade the dragons to get infinite karma. So for such a cheap price, guys, he has so many different dragons, and they all have each of their own different attacks. And like, it is so good for how cheap his price is. Like, look, we have bleed, 700k bleed. That's wild. Let's see if we can click this guy. We have slowing air units. We have rupture, guys, for so cheap. Like, this guy's just straight up busted. He literally does everything. It's crazy out here. We have 0.1 SPA as well. Like, dude, Hantengu, if you can actually get the orb to drop, I think they made it harder to drop, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's like maybe like a 5% drop rate or something really low. My one friend said they did it 80 times, still haven't gotten it. Now, I don't know if we're gonna be able to max out all these dragons, so we'll have to see. So in the meantime, I think it's time for us to get a Mitsuri down. All right, I'm thinking we get. I want to see her stat. I want to see her attacks, but yeah, we'll just we'll place her here for now. Actually, you know what? We'll place her in the buff range. There we go. There we go. So she's in the buff range now, so we can keep her. Cat Love Wind. There we go. Shivers of First Love. Now she's AoE. This is what I love so much about her. Now, the only problem with Mitsuri is her damage is kind of weak. I wish they would have given her like a special ability or something. Like, she does have a special ability called like Huntress Aura, but I'm not gonna lie, like, this is kind of a mid ability. All it did was increase her damage by like 50%, and I guess it stays there. So I don't understand, guys. Like, why is that an upgrade, and why isn't that just like built in? It makes no sense, guys. If you know what Huntress Aura does, like, make sure you guys comment down below, because like, I'm kind of like not even sure at this point. Like, why is it a separate ability if you can only use it once? You guys let me know. All right, the next unit we need is our boy Tanjiro. All right, we'll put Tanjiro here as well. Now, Tanjiro is still the GOAT, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he has Sunburn, which actually does slow the enemies, which is gonna be very nice. Now, Hatred Demon does, I believe, have two of these dragons slow. Forget which ones, but I think it's the ones on the sides. Yeah, that one slows airs, and that one... that one slows airs. So we'll put one on first, one on last. Get these cheap upgrades. Yeah, the cheap upgrades are usually worth it. So, like, 10k for 500k damage, like, why not? So let's see if we can go sneak these upgrades in real quick. It's just really hard to upgrade these units, because for some reason, clicking on the heads is just difficult. All right, and then bang, perfect. So I think they're all basically maxed out. All right, for what we can afford right now, because I'm not gonna lie, we're definitely down bad for money, but I think it's gonna be a risk that's gonna pay off in the end game. All right, let's get this guy maxed out. This guy's pretty insane. Sunburn, he is actually one of the top DPS units in the game as well, which is pretty crazy. And Twin Dragon Fury is not a bad change, because he turns into like a wide cone AoE, which is really nice. We're gonna leave him on last though. All right, and then I think we're gonna get another Tanjiro. We're just gonna leave him. Yeah, I guess we can just put him in the middle of the map-ish. That way he's kind of hitting everything. Because we do want to like maximize his Sunburn ability, because it does slow. And while we do have two slow dragons, I really don't think they're gonna be able to slow everything down. Especially since we don't really have a stun unit. I don't even know if any of these dragons are stun anymore. I don't think they are. So I think stun is gonna be a little bit of an issue for us. All right, next up, guys, we do have Nezuko. Now, Nezuko is also going to be a little bit weird for us to use. While we do have a bleeding dragon, I think we only have one bleed dragon. Wait, let's see what Rage Dragon does. I think I don't upgrade him yet. No, he's just a normal dragon. So we only have one bleed dragon. So as long as it gets hit by the bleed dragon, that means Nezuko is going to be able to, you know, do some actual damage. So hopefully that does happen, but we're not sure. And if it doesn't happen, then we probably should have brought Rengoku instead, but it kind of is what it is, you know. We live this life. All right, next up, we're going to go for this attack. Now, it doesn't change her ability or anything, but look at that, guys. Her damage goes from 147k to 905k, which is crazy. That's like a 5x, 6x increase. All right, oh wow, it literally says we can afford it, but we can't actually buy it. Look at that. Look at that. That's just ridiculous. Can we buy it now? Nope. I guess we have to wait for another wave skip. All right, there we go. Bang. Now we got Flower Trainer as well. Now the question is, are these guys going to be able to slow all the units down? I'm not sure about that one, but we will have to see. I'm hoping this Tanjiro is going to help us a lot with that, but not sure yet. Damage, though, is popping off. We're already at 2 billion, which is definitely fairly decent. So let's go save up some money real quick. And actually, let's go check out the stats quick with my max buff. So she's doing 3.16 with poison at max buff. Nezuko isn't max, but she's doing 2 million. Tree Dragon is doing 100. It was doing 1 million DPS, which is crazy. Tear Dragon is pretty good too with the AoE. Wait, is that dragon? This guy's doing 3.37 and slow. That's crazy. 9.16 million and then 9.4 million. That's just wild. Like, some of these units would be pretty busted. All right, let's get another Tanjiro maxed out, but on first. And let's get. I don't know if she's gonna actually help us though. But I mean, we can give her a shot, I guess. I'm not sure about this one. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to cut out Nezuko from the thumbnail because I'm not trying to get content deleted. Dang. All right, if I was to do this challenge again, I'd probably end up dropping Mitsuri for a, I would say maybe either better slow unit or something else. And I don't even know if Nezuko's popping off right now. We're gonna have to really see if Nezuko's actually gonna be hitting units, because I'm not sure how good these guys' bleed attack is. But if she does end up hitting units, it's going to be really good. So in the meantime, let's get all our Mitsuris down. All right, because she actually has a pretty good value for DPS if we take a look. Like, she's doing a lot of DPS just for a cost of 50k. She's doing 2 million, which is just crazy good. So we're going to get her cheap upgrades and not worry about getting the rest, because there's no real point. Alright, let's go sell this Nezuko I placed by accident. Actually, yeah, we're good on that Nezuko. I think we're good for Nezuko's. So I don't think we really need her. This Tanjiro's fine. And this girl's fine as well. Let's get this Loving Pillar Mitsuri upgraded. That one is all good. Alright, this guy's good as well. There we go. And these guys are ready to go as well, which looks pretty freaking great. Wave 65. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. What wave do you think we're going to get? I'm thinking we can definitely get 80. The main concern I have is that this guy isn't going to be able to slow down all the units because, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how good the AoE is on him. So if he's able to slow down all the units, we have a good shot at like 90 plus. But we will have to see. All right, here we go. We got 1.47 million cash just waiting to go. So I think we should probably invest in upgrading our Tanjiros. I think he's going to be providing the most DPS with that crazy freaking AoE. Like, this guy's just straight up busted, man. I think we had another Tanjiro place too. Yeah, right here. We definitely need to get this guy max because he's kind of interfering right now. But so far, wave 75 with no real issues. Let's go turn off the attack effects. And then I think after this, the next thing we need is to upgrade either this bleed guy, who's still actually pretty good right now, or we need to upgrade the rupture guy. So I'm not sure which one the best is to upgrade, but we'll have to see because they're both kind of expensive. This slow guy, I don't know if it's worth it. I think we want to go for bleed or oh wait, this increases the attack cooldown. What the heck, bruh? Oh, maybe it makes the AoE better. Honestly, it might. Yeah, let's save it for this one and see if the AoE gets any better. But again, it doesn't show you the actual AoE, so like it's really confusing with these dragon units. Like, I wish they would make it so you could actually see that AoE. But damage-wise, 21B. Honestly, that's not even that bad. All right, and so far, wave 80, everything is just getting instantly yeeted, so we're chilling. All right, here we go. All right, hopefully the AoE gets better. Bro, if this was full AoE, let's see if we can figure out what it is. Nah, not full AoE. Some sort of AoE cone. I don't know what the cone is like, though. Hey, some things are getting ruptured and slowed, though. Yeah, it looks like so far, okay, things are starting to make it through without getting slowed, which is a bit unfortunate. But we did make it to wave 86 so far, so that's pretty good. Not bad at all. I think the new units made it to like 95, so if we could beat 95, that'd be goated. I'm not really sure though. Yeah, our slowing power is definitely a little bit on the mid side. Let's get this Mitsuri ready to go. And we'll get this Mitsuri as well. Just for that extra DPS that we probably will need. Damage check, pretty high. Wave check, wave 88. 2 more waves to wave 90. And again, I think we're dying because we have no good slow unit. So moral of the story, this guy is not good for slowing down the units. Dang, man. Those 2 dragons failed us. Yeah, guys. So do not use Hantengu as a slow unit. Lesson learned.